Recording this. All right, we are now recording. Welcome to our Travel Impressions platform training. Today we have $0 to $1 million top travel agents, Ino and Jerome Chisolm. And we also are very blessed and fortunate to have the BDM of Travel Impressions, Kimberly Mann, with us. They're both gonna coordinately walk us through the Travel Impressions platform. Thank you guys. We're really excited to learn more about Travel Impressions platform.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you hear me? Yes, I guess you can hear me, I guess. Since we have the Ultimate Pro, which is Kimberly on the line, I certainly will subscribe to any input she has, but I wanted to, this was about getting Lori booked with Travel Impression with one of her clients, and so I know you said you were not familiar enough with the website to know how to kind of book with Travel Impression. So I'm just going to switch to my share screen so that you can kind of get a take on how I go about reserving with using their system. Let me see if I can share a screen.
Real quick, while you're doing that, Jerome, I just want to let everybody know that on September 6th, I am going to be doing a webinar where you'll actually be able to see me making a booking. I'm going to do one at 1 o'clock and then one at 7 o'clock at night. But one thing I do know that people have been having issues with, if you're using Chrome or Firefox, our website does not work very well. You miss some information. So you want to make sure you're on Internet Explorer. And I know that's dated and horrible, but that's where our system works best right now.
Fortunately for me, Kim, I do use Chrome, and I've had no issues with it, so I guess I'm one of the lucky ones. It's worked out fine for me, but I think I've heard that before, to go to use Explorer to make sure that you're getting the best interaction with the website. So when I started off using Travel Impressions, I am a programmer, so by trade. And the website it does take a little getting used to, but once you use it, the more you use it, the more you get familiar with it. And the great thing is when I get on the line to ask questions with the Travel Impressions staff, I almost always come off with something new that I didn't know about it. It's hidden in plain sight oftentimes. It's just a lot of jewels that are behind this website, so in booking engine. So Lori, I just wanted to start off with the basics. This is the page that you usually start off with. You have the make reservation tab right here. You have the booking search, and Kim, interrupt anytime because I know you're the pro at this more so than me. This is access booking, as it says. This is what apply payments, when you want to apply payments to bookings that are already in place. Of course, you can update your agent profile here, and then it's an instruction on how to book online. These are the tabs that I use at most, but what I try to do each week is to get on this website and look at this face page here. It's Supplier of the Month is usually listed here. You find out some really great offers that are available to your clients with this. This is I guess a home page for finding out what's going on for the month, or even sometimes even more frequent than a month, you'll find that information on this first page.
And actually, Jerome, if I could interrupt you for just a second.
Absolutely, go ahead.
This is actually our homepage for the agents to book. So what I would do is I would ask you to add our homepage, travimp.com, as your page, because it actually has a tab for all of our deals. And this is where your consumer, because we are agent only, but if your consumer says, I don't know Travel Impressions, I'm going to Google them, that's the page they're going to see. So that way you're up to date on any promotions and things that they're seeing as well. So if you could open a new tab and just type in travimp.com, and I'm going to just show you a couple things there that are going to really help you. And the first thing is on that gray bar is where all the information is. That first one, there you go, destinations. That gives you a whole drop down of all the destinations we go to. So if you hover over any of those, you're going to get all of the multiple destinations. So if you go down to Caribbean, It's going to, you know what, I don't think if you click on it, it will give you all of our destinations, but it gives you all of the information there. The next tab is our supplier of the month, which this month is Palladium, next month is Hard Rock. We also have now a destination of the month. That's brand new to us. We've been doing it for about 2 months now. So they are going to eventually add destination of the month to that tab. But if you move over to the orange one, which is deals, that's where your clients are going to see all of our deals, last minute escapes, our promotions, our Impress Me deals, and all of our programs. So what I ask my agents is to make this your favorite page, because you can always go to that black tab and log in after that. But this gives you all of the promotions and all of the deals. And if you are an agent that has what we call TI Connect on your website, that's where the clients can actually go in and make the booking. You would get an invoice saying your clients have booked. Because we don't take direct bookings, it's the only way we can get around that. And that orange tab above deals, that book online with the local travel agent, if your clients put in your zip code and you have TI Connect, it will show up. They can choose you, and you can go ahead. They can go ahead and make the booking. You don't even have to walk them through it. And then you would just get the invoice that it's booked, and you can just follow up with them from there. So this is the page that I would recommend that you save as a favorite, and then you can log in from here.
Awesome. Now, just so that everybody knows, as far as getting Connect status, how do we go about doing that?
If you want to go back to the Quest tab, I will show you. If you scroll down just below groups, then it's Villa. Let me see. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. So, oh, nope, it's still a little farther. Sorry. See where it says TI Connect booking tool? That's going to walk you through and how you add that to your website.
Awesome.
And again, it's a link. You can make it a picture. You can make it the type-in boxes for your clients to just fill in what they want. But it's a great thing that you can add right to your website. I have agents that do 100% of their bookings with that tool. I have agents that maybe get 1 or 2 bookings a year. But it's a great thing to add to your website, that if clients come to your page and are looking for information, they're able to book right then and there right on your website, and you get all the credit.
Now, is that the same, Kimberly, as, if I remember correct, I actually ordered, because one of your other trainings, we can actually have a TI website agents set up. That's what this is. That's what this is. Okay, very good. Right, because you said add to our website. I thought this was actual.
It's a booking platform on your website.
Got it. That's right. That you can add to your website. That's right. And they set it up for me, and I still need to add it to mine. So, and they did it very quickly too, I might add.
Oh yeah, they turned that around right away, because again, it's only helping you.
Yeah. So that's just an additional booking tool that where people can book for you or through you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and help out Lori, or when it comes to making a reservation, and that's this tab right here, make a reservation. You click on that. That's where I start all my reservations. And then we have our tab here. Obviously, what you do is you indicate, Lori, can you, I'd like to actually look for the one that you're after, if that's okay. Can you indicate how many adults you have and children? Can you hear me, or can you turn on your mic and answer that, Lori? Is she there? I see a black screen now. Okay.
I have the information.
Oh, you don't have it? Okay. So my wife will tell me what the information is. Just
okay, and real quick while we're waiting, where it says children's ages 21 and under, you want to make sure if you've got 3 people in the room and one of them is 20, put in 20 for that third person, because we do have rates contracted for third person. If they're under 21, they would get a third person rate. So if you put in 3 adults versus putting 2 adults and a 20-year-old, you're going to pay, the clients are going to pay more money. So again, keep that in mind when you've got 3 people in a booking.
Absolutely. So how many adults does she have?
2 adults.
She has 2 adults. Any children?
No children.
And no children. Okay. If you did have children 21 in age, you would put them here. You would put their ages in that area, of course. But in this case, we don't have any children, so we won't put that there. Now, this is the information where you indicate, where I indicate the airport that they're flying out of, which is
Oklahoma City.
OKC
To Punta to PUJ.
to PUJ. And you indicate the dates, which is
November 6th.
what year first?
This year.
Okay, November 6th.
To November 12th.
Lori, stop me if I'm going too fast.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Is she back on?
No, but continue telling me. November 6th through what?
November 12th.
November 12th.
Mhm.
So I indicated those there. If you have particular hotels that
She
you're interested in, you can actually look up that hotel. And she does, you said? And what is the name of the hotel?
Majestic.
So I'll look at M. And Majestic. I see two Majestics.
Mirage.
Mirage. There we go. We got 3. Okay.
And
So
with the hotel selection, you can choose up to 10 hotels.
I
So
did not know that.
For a hotel that has 4 different properties, you can select all 4 of them. You can select up to 10.
Awesome. Awesome.
So why did you put MMP?
Actually, when Jerome did that, I couldn't see the screen. It didn't pop up, but a pop-up comes to the side with all the names of the hotels.
Oh, you can't see that. Okay, gotcha.
He is the hotel code for us, so we know it's the Mirage, the Majestic Mirage.
So what happens if when I click on this, you see the hotel tab there. If I click on that, there's a pop-up that comes up on my screen that apparently doesn't show up on this for this display, but that there's a separate pop-up, and you can see a list of hotels in that pop-up. As soon as I selected the hotel you wanted, it automatically populated this. So you apparently you couldn't see the pop-up, but that's how that came about. I didn't type it in. I just selected the hotel, and it automatically populated that with the code related to that hotel. If you have a specific connection, I should mention this, that you want your client to go
Don't add
through.
that. Don't add that. That's just going to muddle the system. I always tell my agents, ignore the whole thing for the airlines unless they want first class. That is the only time you would make any changes to those boxes. Don't ever request a connection city, because if we have a nonstop bulk fare and it's cheaper, you're going to want to see that. So I always tell my agents, never ever put any information about the flights in those boxes. Leave them blank.
Yeah, the only time I've actually used that is when I know the client specifically wants a particular airline, and then I'll click on the carrier. I like JetBlue, I know is a B6. And so, but otherwise, yes, that's what typically I do not enter anything into these areas. So we have we have 2 adults that we're looking for. They're flying out of OKC. They're flying into Punta Cana. These are the dates. We leave everything else open, and then I simply click on search.
Honestly, I'm wondering if maybe because I was in Chrome all this time, that's what the problem was.
Well, I'm on Chrome now. I wonder if it's a different version of Chrome.
9 times out of 10, when we have issues, that's the issue. It's on Chrome.
So now what it does is it gives you flights that are available for that trip. But however, if you want to take a look at other options for those flights, you can go down here. What you'll see is I don't know what order they actually order these flights. I don't know how the first one comes up or how it's decided which one comes up. But if you don't like the flights you see there, you can scroll down and select more suggested flights here. But what you do see before you go any further is how much is it per adult, and of course the total trip. And this is related to the flights that are here.
And never quote that air-only price, because there's fees attached to that. We do have some agencies that cannot book air-only on their own, so we can do air-only. But if you're quoting that as part of the package, you're actually overcharging the clients, because we charge, I believe it's a $50 per person surcharge. So don't ever quote that air at $870, because that's not accurate.
Okay. So if you want to select additional flights, this is where you would click on more suggested flights.
Those are the correct flights.
Oh, those are the correct flights. Okay. If you did want to select,
actually, Jerome, hang on just a second, because remember I said $870. If you look at that first line, it shows 2 adults. There's the actual air price, $835.76.
right there.
Yep. So
Okay,
if you're
that's
doing
the
air
actual.
only with us, it's $870. So that's what a $35 service fee we're charging on those tickets. So
Okay.
that's the actual price of the air.
Okay, and of course you can, if you wanted to scroll down for other flights, you can do so down here, and then just select. If you wanted this one, you would just select that, and that would be the air that you would move forward with. But Laura, you said these are the correct flights, the United
Yes.
flights that are here. Okay,
Yes.
so I will go ahead and just click the original, select this air, and then what happens is now you're able to scroll down to hotels. And you just look for which one that you like most. Now, that's interesting. I only see in one. What is that?
That's because you selected that particular hotel.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's right. So, so this is the rates that we're seeing for this particular hotel, Lori. But when you want to see the rest of the inventory, view more or all the rooms, it'll give you a breakdown of the different room types that are available for that particular hotel. So you see you have the 1-bedroom suite with jacuzzi. Each adult is $1,772, and then you have the one club, 1-bedroom suite, and then the others that are available for you moving forward. Now I noticed when I use this website, sometimes there are different pricing. Like there's like a special. So the same room will actually appear more than once. I haven't figured out what the specials are. I just look for the lowest price for my clients. So they're usually separated by this gray bar. Kim, can you?
And actually, just real quick, if you scroll up just a tiny bit, if you look at those 3 room categories, they're all pricing the same. So my assumption would be that the season special is a room upgrade. You're paying for the least expensive and you're getting the best available. But if you actually scroll up to the hotel, and you click on where it says Majestic Mirage Punta Cana, that's where you'll see all of the promotions, all of the room categories, all of the detailed information. It should open a new screen for you for that hotel. So this is all the information you can send on to your clients. You can actually save this URL and email us to your clients so they see all of this information. Again, it tells you about the hotel, and if you scroll down, it tells about the amenities, the restaurants, what times they're open, if there's any clothing requirements, like men have to have long pants or something along those lines. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, generally it will show you the packages that are available, and that's where you're going to probably see what that SE8 or those different categories mean. So this is a lot of great information, not only for you, but for your clients as well.
Right, and then
this is how many pools, or does it allow children? Is there a kids club? Those kinds of questions that you get. This is where you're going to find all that information.
Right. I've often come to this section to get a fuller description of what those rooms include, so that I can properly inform my client of exactly what they're getting. It breaks it down here. I remember that one of my first phone calls, I was trying to figure out what does this all mean, and that's everything that's here. It was just hidden in plain sight. I just didn't know until you have a chance to take a look. I'm still looking for how the rates are indicated. So if it goes further down, I see.
Yeah, not every hotel will put them in this informational page, but most of them do, and it's usually at the very bottom.
Mm-hmm. I just want to make sure you see it. So just about everything you need to know about this is for each property is in here. So it makes it very easy for you to, in one place, to figure out what is here and available. Specialty package.
Okay, there it is. So you get the specialty package. It doesn't have the code though, so we don't know what the code is. So there is specialty packages, and that's just what that is, that price point. It should have the code, like I said, the SE8 or whatever, but I'm not showing it on this screen. But that's where you would find it.
Awesome. So that's that information. So Lori, this is the prices for you.
Could you go, Jerome? Would you mind going back to that page, please?
Absolutely.
If you go up right just a little bit, that honeymoon package right there.
Yes.
So the free honeymoon package, that it was the whole reason for trying to book with Travel Impressions.
Okay, gotcha.
I can show you how to add that.
I have to.
I can show you how to add that once we start the booking. But if you note at the bottom, it does say that the guests must show proof when they arrive that they were married within 1 month of arrival. So make sure you tell them they need their wedding certificate.
They're getting married on Friday night.
Oh,
Leaving
yay.
on Sunday. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Sweet.
And I'll show you when we get to the booking process. I'll show you how we add that.
Yay.
Okay, so I'll click back over to the other screen. So which room do you think your client would be most interested in?
The club Skyview rooftop suite with the jacuzzi.
This one right here.
Yes.
And so I'll click that, add to trip.
Because the Mirage Club is the adult only section. Now, Kim, can you tell us, because I've looked everywhere, is the Mirage Club section close to the family section, even though the description for the family indicates that it's adults only too?
That, unfortunately, I have not seen that property to give a definite on that. And that's where I would read through the description that we had on the other page to see if there's any more detailed information. I don't know that for sure, but if you send me an email saying, hey, Kim, where are these rooms located in conjunction, I can forward it to the hotel and have them give me a direct answer.
Well, and that's why I just chose to stick with the Mirage Club, because that for sure is adults only.
Gotcha. So to do that honeymoon package, do you see to the right on Jerome where it says transfer options? Nope, down, the orange, under the hotel.
Yes.
Yep. Where it says add-ons, click on add-ons. And that's where we're going to add on the honeymoon package. It's also where you can do any tours, anything the clients want to do. So there's the free honeymoon package. So you want to check on what date they want that. So I would check in the day they're arriving, which is the 7th, that Tuesday. And it should select both passengers. And now you can click add to trip, or you can scroll down and see if there's anything else they may want to add. Again, there are tours that are a cost. So again, it's where you're going to make some more money. They are commissionable at 10%. So any tours they may want to do, you're going to want to add those to the package so you make the extra money on your commission.
Okay, and these prices are this is $129 per adult, correct?
Per person. Once you add, you're going to see that total show up as the two people. But first you need to click on the date.
Okay, that's why.
Now you just selected they want to go deep sea fishing every day. So say they want to go deep sea fishing on Saturday. If you click on Saturday,
oh, that's great.
It'll automatically add the adults.
Okay.
Now, if John wants to go but Jane does not, you just unclick adult number 2 and you got just John can go on it.
Okay.
But you need to make sure when you're doing your adults that adult 1 is the person that you're selecting for that. So if the male is the first person, the female is the second person is how I usually do it. Just so I know when I'm doing tours, I select the correct ones.
Awesome.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
so
it.
That's
so
how
all
we add the package.
Then is just go ahead and add it to trip, and you've got that honeymoon package in there. It'll add it to your invoice.
I'm glad you're on the line. I have not done add-ons yet, so I'm glad you showed us how to do that.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to do. That's money. That's money in your pocket.
I know. I mean, it's hidden in plain sight. I've mentioned this to Kim, so I don't mind saying this to everybody while she's still on the line. And I think, Kim, you mentioned, I was waiting for you to say this, isn't there supposed to be a revamp of the site so it's
Yes. What happened was we added Southwest Airlines about 8 months ago, and it shut our system down. So that was our priority, unfortunately. So this booking engine took a back seat until we got Southwest up and running. Mm-hmm. Southwest, as of July 21st, is now up and running. So they are currently working on the website. They have, they're beta testing it, but I would not, unfortunately, the time frame they're looking at rolling it out is busy season in January, and there's no chance we want agents to have to learn a new system in January. So I would probably look at it for the spring. We'll beta test it probably February, March with our agencies that beta tested it the first time. But since then, we've even added some new things. So unfortunately, I'd love to see it come out in October or November, but it's probably going to be April or May before we see it.
Right. So, I mean, what happens for me when I'm using this website, what I would normally see if they were buttons, because you kind of have to read it. You don't see it. You don't, it's hidden in plain sight, so you don't pick up on everything that's really available for you. But as they revamp it to make it, I guess, a little bit more user-friendly as far as visually, I think more people will have less with trying to get through the site, I guess. So
Exactly.
So
exactly. We're taking all your feedback. So, and trust me, we've got laundry lists of feedback of what people want to see. So anything you're going to tell me is probably already in the works.
so you have
So
your book. Go ahead, Lori.
I see here this automatically adds the transfer in.
Yes.
It must just be with the package for this hotel resort.
When we
If
do
not-
Caribbean and Mexico, transfers are always included unless it's a group. Group is done a little differently. So when you're doing Caribbean and Mexico, we always include the transfers. Transfers are always shared transfers. If you want private transfers where it's just your honeymoon couple, you can change it to private. But what we mean when we say a shared transfer is your clients are going from point A to point B with a group. So if there are a handful of other people going to the Majestic, they'll ride with them. It's not that we're stopping at several hotels. It's just they're sharing with other clients that may be going to that hotel at the same time that your clients arrive.
Okay, and if for whatever reason their flights get delayed by hours, would they still have transportation?
Yes, because we have their booking. The transfer company, Amstar, knows their flight information. So yes, if their flight's delayed 2, 3, 4 hours, we know when they're coming in and we will make sure that they've got their transfers.
Thank you.
So I've had to click on transfer options myself from time to time, and because my client didn't want a shared ride, and this is the screen that allows you to make changes to transfers.
Yeah, so you can see that the shared transfers are $50 for 2 people. So if they want to pay another $36, they can be shared. They can be private. They would be in their own vehicle.
Yeah, if they want to feel special. Okay. How do I get back? I forgot how to do it. If I hit reset, do I go back to?
You can just hit back.
Okay, so we're back to the book, the screen, the main screen where it shows the flights, the hotel, the transfers. You can see all of the information there. You get down to this screen, and this is, I always talk to my clients about insurance. This is been a big lifesaver for a couple of my trips. So I always talk to them about the cost of the insurance, and so you have the option of booking this with or without insurance.
And you can thank Eno for this, because if you notice, the deposit, if they do with the insurance, is $298. If they do it without the insurance, it's $1971.52. The reason that is it shows there in orange, reflects preferred deposit policy. This is a promotional policy that we have only for a handful of agents. If you purchase the package with the insurance, we are going to guarantee your air and make that deposit for a lower deposit amount. Your air will be ticketed, and your clients don't have to worry about that paying that larger deposit of the $1971. Again, Eno hit up my boss at our Destination Success event, and she says, it would be so great if we could get these lower deposits, and she says, done. So I emailed her the next morning, and she got it taken care of. So again, that's all on Eno.
That has been a huge selling point for us personally. We've been able to get, we've been able to close clients so many more because this is the option for their first payment, as opposed to this is the option for their first payment.
And of course, then they're covered.
Mm-hmm.
It's truly a cancel for any reason. They can cancel for a bad hair day. They can cancel if their coffee tasted bad. They just aren't comfortable. So they can cancel for any reason. They would they would get all their money back less the cost of the waiver. So they would get everything back but the $298.
So Lori, if at that point you can, you haven't spoken to your client about insurance yet, I assume, correct?
We spoke about it. I haven't given them a price yet because I wasn't sure on my package price with like Travel Guard.
Right.
That's where I was going.
Right. Yeah. This is definitely, whenever I'm booking with TI, I typically use theirs. This is because it protects the client. It's just great coverage, essentially. What I can't remember, and Kim, you can remind us, when we select this for our client, is there a commission earned on this?
On the insurance, actually, if you click on the commission details, that orange button right there, it'll show you your commission breakdown. So yeah, right there. You're getting commission on land. There is no commission on the insurance. Actually, no. I'm sorry. The
I
commission
thought there
is.
was.
The commission is. Let me get my calculator out here real quick. So non-commissional was 1741. 1741 minus, and the air was 835 minus. Yeah, no, they're getting commission on that, 15% on that one.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought there was commission on the
It's part of the
insurance.
land.
Yes. Okay, gotcha. So
Yeah, because if you look at the commission to the side, on the side without the travel insurance, it's $273. So you are getting what, $40 worth of commission?
Yes, that makes sense.
Nice.
So it's a lot easier. It's all in one place. And really, I've had one client. I think I had one client that needed to take advantage of this, and there was no issues. So it's a really great advantage. And this price is not the same. It depends on the price level of the trip. I remember that. I have a document that I also send my client. I think I asked him or one of the other representatives to send me a PDF of what the insurance covers fully. So I send that to my client along with the price and let them make the decision. Especially when they're traveling with children, anything can happen when it comes to children for the trip or even during a trip. So usually it's a no-brainer. For kids,
and the terms and conditions are right there. That last bullet point in the orange, it says click here. If you click there, it will open the page and give you all of the terms and conditions for the insurance. There you go.
Kim, is it now or never? They either, if they select no, they don't want it, there's no going back to buy travel.
You can't add it.
Okay.
You cannot add it.
Yes.
Yeah, once deposit's made, you cannot add it.
Okay.
And actually, I always add it because even e-commerce sometimes will say you have to restart the booking because we can't add it once the booking has a booking number. So always hold it with the insurance. If they say no, they don't want it, we can take it off. But if you go in and call e-commerce to say, hey, they decided they did want the insurance before you make deposit, they're going to tell you to start a new booking.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that you could change it after that. That's great to know.
As long as deposit hasn't been made. So if you're holding this for 24 hours and they're unsure about the insurance, hold it with the insurance. If they say, no, I don't want the insurance, when you're going to make the payment, you can take that off.
Okay. So, Laura, I'm gonna pretend I'm you, and we hold it with it until you get back from your client.
Okay.
And then we would go ahead and click book.
And Kim, you said if they had to use the insurance, they would get everything except for the deposit back.
Yeah, everything but the cost of the insurance, and the insurance was $149 per person. So they would get all of their money back less that insurance. Now, if your clients are asking for the insurance because they want medical, highly, highly, highly recommend adding additional insurance because our insurance is very minimal on the medical. And that's why I showed you that page where the cancel for any reason is, because you want to let them know how much medical they will have. If they want additional, they can the cost of the medical.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but because I don't think I can get past this page without something.
Yeah, but you're going to have to put adult birth dates in there because it's not going to let you book somebody.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's 17 years old.
Great. All right.
No, all the starred areas must be in place. Any other starred areas? No, that's it.
And if you see on there, you can get an agent copy or a client copy. So if the clients are with you and you want the client copy that doesn't show the insurance, or I'm sorry, doesn't show the commission, you can select the client copy. I always, as an agent, got the agent copy and then just went back in and got a client copy.
Exactly. That's what I always do too. I always want to know how much money for a contact number. Must have dashes in it. I never understood that either.
Now, when I do my training on September 6th, I do not talk about that preferred deposit because, again, it is a promotional policy that we only have with a handful of agencies. So if anybody asks me questions about it, I will not answer those questions on that call because, again, there may be agents on the call that do not have that policy. So it's something that I would ask that you email me or IM me or text me, and I can answer those questions.
So now we have our booking information. Within minutes, I usually get confirmation with the airline confirmation code and everything. I'm amazed how quickly this is done through TI. I don't know what kind of system they have with the airlines, but it's like really quick to get this. And then I go right on and actually sign into the website, the airline website, and select seats or change seats, because the seats are actually assigned already in most cases.
Once you make that deposit with that preferred deposit policy, we do issue the air tickets within 24 hours. So yes, we will send you the email confirmation for the airline.
So you can see all the information is there regarding the booking. Since we have the agent copy, you see that part. When you have the client copy, you don't see that information there. Typically, if I have the payment in hand, I just go up to this tab. If I forget which one it is. For payment, I think what's payment. Usually I can pay right away from. Oh, here it is. Edit. You can go right to edit. Click on payments, and you can make a payment right away. Otherwise, this is held until where's the date?
The 22nd of August. So till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow. So you have a day to get back to your client with this information and then come back and make a payment. So, okay. Lori, does that help you with the process?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Awesome.
The 22nd of what time of the day? Is it till 11 p.m.?
End of business. So you have until end of business Eastern time, because we close at 6 p.m. Eastern. So you have until 6 p.m. Eastern time to make the payment. Eastern? There are some times that you'll notice on Quest that at 11:59 it's still valid. You can't make payment. I always tell people 6 p.m. because most of your clients aren't going to call you at 11:59 at night anyway.
You don't know my clients.
Well, and the reason I say that is also if you have any issues that you need to call in and make any adjustments, our team is out of the office. So we can't do any adjustments to the booking. So I usually tell my clients 6 p.m.
And this is where you would go back, and if you wanted a copy, a client copy, this is where I usually go in and get a client copy of this exact document that you can forward to your client if you like. So that's the booking process. And Kim or I will handle any questions that you have.
Yeah, I'm going to have you do the rest of my trainings the next couple of weeks so that I can take that off my plate because you did very well.
Can you go out, Jerome, and then come back in once
Absolutely.
My client says, yes, let's do it?
All right, so let me take down this booking number right here, 24. Okay.
And actually go to the main, where it says main and log and menu. Go to, now drop down to where it says menu.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that'll take you back to that screen. Now, if you're going in to access the booking to look at it, for whatever reason, you would do access, but if you're just making the payment, you just click on apply payments, it'll take you right to the payment screen. So depending on what you're going in for, you have two different ways to go in.
So if you access it, you just put the number here. And you're back to that screen where you can see the information regarding that. Now, could you explain this except here? Because we didn't talk about this.
If you have bulk fares or DVF fares, it's actually showing that we're allowing you to hold this booking till the 23rd or the 24th. That does not lock in your air. So if your clients say, I can't make a decision in 24 hours, I need 48. Well, you know what? I can hold it for 48, but I cannot guarantee the price of your airfare.
That's what I wanted to get clarification on.
That's why we make you accept that, because you're actually accepting those terms that the air can change.
But
I want to point that out. Mm-hmm.
The air wouldn't change in the first 24 hours?
No, because we can issue the tickets, so that's why we give you the 24 hours, but after that, we can't guarantee it.
So that accept means that if you accept one of these two dates, you are aware that the price may change as it relates to the air.
Exactly.
So I wanted people to know that because I didn't realize that. Mm-hmm.
If, for example, if the hotel's a promotion and today's the last day to book that promotion, it could also mean that as well. So when you hit accept, it's going to tell you you're accepting the fact that prices can change completely on the booking. Like I said, if there's a promotion on that hotel that ends tomorrow, and you've selected the 24th, and you go back in on the 24th, the price can change, not only on the air, but the hotel as well.
Right.
So again, you want to verify that before you tell your clients you can hold it for the additional 2 days. You want to check that promotion.
Right.
And then just a quick call into e-commerce. E-commerce is a phone number that we have just for people that make reservations on Quest, which is the name of our booking engine. And if you guys have a pen, I'll give you that phone number. Again, Quest is our booking engine, so this phone number is only for them to help you with bookings that are booked on Quest. If it's not booked on Quest, they are going to transfer you, and that phone number is 800-999-4321.
Kimberly, I have a couple of questions, or Jerome, whoever happens to know these answers. So far, I've been doing all of my booking through the people that help you online, and I know that I get charged 1% for doing that. But one thing, it's a joy talking to them. Your people are just so wonderful that work for you and so kind. And
yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I can't say enough good things. In fact, I don't want to book with anybody else but TI.
That's what we've been telling everybody at Travelution.
No, it's the one that told me when I said, I asked her a question once, who is the best? She said TI. So since then, I have been, and I've got a really, really good person who has patience with me and will understand something. But anyways, so far I haven't really had an answer to this one, and maybe there is no answer other than no. I have a client who wants to fly from Jacksonville to Santo Domingo, and they want to stay in a hotel there, but they're going to meet their sister who lives there. So they want 2 people in the hotel, her and the sister, and 1 person flying.
Okay.
But I can't figure out any way to do that, and so far I haven't seen anybody that can.
You can do that very easily, and if you want the extra 1% commission, that's if you book it on Quest. And how I would suggest it is make it a land-only booking, and then call into e-commerce and have them add that 1 air seat. Jerome, if you click on Make a Reservation, I'm just going to show you real quick. You can do a booking land only, where you're just booking the hotel. Under the first gray bar, it says trip type, air and land, or land only. So if you click on land only, it takes a lot of those boxes away. There's your simple booking. You just make a land only booking, and then you call into reservations to have them add the air for the passenger you need it for.
Well, we actually did that. But the thing is, they want a package because they know that they're going to get a better deal with a package. And so I said, I don't think that we can put a package together with 1 person flying and 2 people in the hotel.
Well, you are packaging it because when you add the air, you're taking off that fee for the air. So you are getting a package rate. You just have to do it a roundabout way. You have to book it land and then call in.
Oh, okay. Land and okay. Okay. And then also, Jerome, when you were going through, I didn't get to see. That wasn't a bulk rate for flying that you gave away, right? That was a regular.
Yeah,
I didn't notice. I noticed it does get labeled, but I didn't really pay much attention.
That was, if we go in, let me just throw in a quick reservation here, and we'll see if we can find a bulk fare. The best one is probably to do Atlanta.
Because the bulk
do Atlanta to Cancun or Jamaica. I think they have bulk fares there.
The bulk fares give a commission.
Yes, 5%.
Yeah, and there's a list.
Fares give 5%. The bulk fares vary. You might need to go farther out than August. I would check November dates. Early November, maybe.
What does bulk mean?
Bulk means we've contracted with the carrier, and we've guaranteed them that we're going to sell so many seats on that aircraft. So they give us a bulk rate, which is a discounted rate, and they give us commission to that, so we pass that commission on to you.
Which is very nice, thank you.
Yes, yes.
There's actually there was a list that I remember seeing somewhere on TI with the cities that originating cities where bulk rates are are available, if I remember correct.
You're thinking of the DVF, which is our
The
charter
DV
flights.
Okay,
I
charter
have that.
flights. Okay,
I have
yes.
that flyer for the DVF flights, and I can actually show you where all our flyers are housed as well.
Okay.
Flyers you can customize. So if you're doing a bridal show or a consumer event on Jamaica, you can go in and print any flyers you want, and I can show you how to add your own call to action. So if you're doing a Jamaica event and you want it to say Jerome and Eno, and this is our phone number, you can print those flyers like that. Now this one came up with Southwest, but if you go to more suggested flights, those are showing published rates on Southwest.
Are they
Actually, that's a good thing. We can do the advertising library real quick as well. So scroll down until we see bulk. I'm seeing published on this, and it is bulk,
Right.
so it's easy to see. Okay, so I chose the wrong band. Oh, no, there it
There's
is.
the one. There's
No,
one. Yeah.
Yep, there's some bulk. But if you look, they're paying $302 more for that bulk fare. So our fares always come up lowest available. So yes, you can do the bulk fare, but your clients are paying $302 more for 2 tickets. But you're getting commission on it. So if they're willing to pay that cost, they want that nonstop flight, and they want to pay a little extra for the nonstop, you are getting the bulk rates.
But sometimes they're cheaper, the ones that
Sometimes they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they pull up first.
Is there a rhyme or reason to? It's basically the lowest cost. It starts with the lowest cost.
How our air pulls up is lowest is always the top, unless we have a charter flight. A
Okay.
charter flight will always pull. So the DVF flights are always going to come up first. So again, you want to scroll when you're looking at DVF flights if there is a cheaper flight on a carrier that may be a connection or something. But it's always least expensive to most expensive unless there's a DVF flight.
Got it.
Thank you. Can I have one more question, please?
Sure.
Okay. When the clients are ready to travel, I've just told them to just print everything and take everything with them. And even the insurance stuff, just print it all and take it all. Am I being correct in telling them to do that?
If you're doing eDocs, they don't have to print it. If they're comfortable with looking at it on their phone or their iPad, they will have a PDF. So, I mean, it's why we went away from everyone getting paper docs. You have to select paper docs because it was just killing so many trees that weren't necessary. So it's up to the client if they're more comfortable looking at it on a PDF on their phone or their iPad. They don't need to print it. It's all right there for them.
So wherever they go, they're going to be able to see it. In other words, like, what if there's no Wi-Fi? And I know
that's why you want to save. You want to save that PDF to your phone, to your iCloud. So it's on your phone. You don't want to have to look at it. So it should be in your email, and you can just download it from your email. And then it just saves it to your phone, so you've got it as a PDF. You don't need a Wi-Fi to access it.
So what I've experienced is once the client opens it up on that email on their phone, it's on their phone.
Exactly.
So they don't need Wi-Fi anymore because a phone cache keeps that information.
Exactly.
Okay, and so if there's any kind of transfer slip on there or anything like that, they'll have that with them, and then they can show it from their phone.
Of
Exactly.
course. Everything will be there for them.
Okay, or their insurance card, that'll be on there, everything will be on
All the phone numbers for the insurance are listed all on the documents if they've purchased the insurance. Yes, ma'am.
there. Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Of course.
Now about that advertising that you were talking
If
about.
you go to the agency menu, I'll show you where that's at. Right on the orange bar, the top one, you see advertisement library,
Hidden in plain sight.
and it should open. It should open in the screen.
So I have a map of the
So it's not showing on my screen. So when you click on advertisement library, we'll show a full map. Don't select your area. Just click on nationwide or national. I can't see the screen. So
Okay, the pop-up is because it's a pop-up. Okay, got you. So you can't see. You can't see what I'm seeing. Okay, got you. Because it's
did
a
it pull
pop-up
up
screen.
the advertising library?
It does. Yes.
Okay. So if you look on there, it will say next to each of the links, it will say either flyer or customizable.
Yes.
Customizable means you can go in and put your name and information on it. But it's a great library. You can go through by destination, by promotion. So all of our promotions are listed there. Any PDF that we have, they're all there for you. If it just says flyer, it's kind of our call to action with our phone number. But if it's customizable, you can customize it for what you want. If there's one you see on there and you want it customizable and it's not, just send me that flyer in an email and say, Kim, can you customize this with my name and this is our phone number, and I will have it done for you within 24 hours.
Awesome, awesome.
But that's a great place to look for things when you're doing bridal shows, or you want a link to add to your website, a promotion that you want to send out. Our creative team does a great job with those. So we want to make sure you know that they're there, and you can use those and abuse those as often as you want.
Great, great. Kim, I'm so glad you're on the line. You're teaching me. Every time I speak to somebody from TI, I always learn, and there's such a wealth that's available. So it's worth getting acquainted with this website, talking to the staff there, because I'm always in training when I speak to them, and they're always, as somebody else said, very helpful, even with the difficult stuff. When the client is having a hard time, and Kim is aware of one issue I was having, and they pull through. So even with the difficult stuff, and that's where you really see how people will shine is when you have to deal with claims that the client may have that needs to be dealt with. TI handled it in a timely fashion for me, and we're
fantastic. I love hearing it. Love hearing it. Actually, we were talking about the charter flights. If you look at the top, it also has that DVF link as well. But if we could do one quick thing, if we've got time, just show you one more thing. If you go to the Travel Impressions website again, the actual consumer side.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was just talking and didn't realize nobody was hearing me.
Oh.
I was just saying that TI has been a great company for me to work with, especially when there was difficulties with reservations or after reservations. I just had an incident where Kim was able to jump on and help us out with helping us save one of our VIP clients. And what I was saying is that's when you really know a company stands behind their product, or even behind situations that they're not necessarily responsible for. They've helped me several times with clients that had expressed some level of difficulty during their travel. So it's been really great working with TI when I would have been on my own trying to figure out how best to resolve it.
I appreciate that, Jerome, and that just leads me into a tangent that I'm going to mention is Travel Weekly. If you guys read Travel Weekly magazine, we have been voted 12 years in a row best in sales and service, and that's Travel Weekly readers are travel agents, so it's being voted on by you guys. So that's another thing. If you're a Travel Weekly subscriber, if you could vote, we'd love to win a baker's dozen on that award, and that all goes to it. Again, even when I was in Cabo last month, I had an agent that had an issue, and thank God for Facebook IM, because she IM'd me. I might not be available via phone, and sometimes I'll check my emails directly, but my Facebook IM will pop up on my phone if I'm in a Wi-Fi situation. And I was able to help a client from a vacation I was on in Cabo. So please contact me if there's any issues. If you get my out of office, I always leave a coworker's name and phone number. Yeah. But if it's something that you need to speak with me directly, and I can certainly help. If you Facebook IM me, I will do what I can. Generally, if you Facebook IM me, though, and it's something that I need more details on, I'll say, go ahead and send it to me in an email. I'll check my emails and send it on. But yes, that's my job. I'm here to help you guys grow your business.
So I'm one to testify. Even during her what appears to be vacation, she responds. So it's really greatly appreciated. I tell everybody that I speak to at Travelution, call support. But if you need to get the big guns out, give Kim a call, and it'll get taken care of.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for. And I'll see you all in September. I'm going to be up in Jacksonville on the 9th and 10th.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. I'm going to stop share, and we're back to the regular screen. So anybody had any other questions?
No, I think I'm good. I really appreciate both of you guys for taking the time out to do this for us.
Awesome. Absolutely. Together we win.
And I will send the link to Faraday once I've got it for the training on September 6th. Again, it's just going to be a more in-depth of what we just went over, but if you want to just do it a second time, I'd be happy to have you join on.
Perfect.
Question I have when it's referring to the charter flights, what does that mean?
Our charter flights are flights, they're called DVFs, and they are flights that we contract from a charter company, and they go point to point. Most of them are out of the snow belt, so you're going to find them out of Cleveland, Cincinnati, JFK, Chicago, Rockford, those areas, and they go from that city to Cancun, Jamaica, Punta Cana, different areas.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And that's definitely, if you're going to be in Travelution University on the September 9th, I will have information for that at my table.
But if there's no more questions, Faraday, take it away.
Okay, well, Jerome, I disappeared here on the screen and I don't know how to get myself back. So I just want to thank you and Ino and Kim for doing such a phenomenal job. And you know what? I might have picked up a tip that was the simplest tip ever, which was to go try a different browser, because like when you guys were pulling up the hotels, that was like some of my issues. Like I'm like, where are the hotels? And it was probably things that were being blocked from coming up on my computer just because of my browser settings. So thank you for the simplest of all tips. I'm actually ready to go and go right back to the Travel Impressions portal. I'm playing around with it now.
Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you so much for your time, Kim, and on short notice. You guys, thank you all for your time this afternoon. Let's go rock some more Travel Impressions premier partner with Ensemble. And looking forward to seeing Kim on September 9th and 10th.
Oh, by the way, I mean, I've been using TI now lately to Florida. I thought it was all just islands and Caribbeans, but TI, I at least know about Florida. There might be some other U.S. cities that it has combos for. Kim, you can speak into that if you want.
That's why I showed you that destinations tab. If you saw, yes. We do U.S., we do Canada, we do Europe, Hawaii, Alaska. We do Asia. So if you've got anybody that's looking at doing Thailand or India, Asia, we have all of those packages as well. So definitely take a look at that destinations tab.
Absolutely. So it's not just the islands. They're in the U.S. They're in the U.S. At first, I thought it was just the islands. So I just want everybody to know that.
We're known best for our Sun and Sand product, which is Mexico and Caribbean, but we do so much more. We do about 90% of the world.
Good to know. Just go to Travel Impressions for everything.
I love it.
Yeah, this has been a great training, and we've recorded it, so we'll put it up in the Travel Agent Resource Center in our back office, and I think this will be really valuable for all of our agents that didn't get a chance to jump on with us at this impromptu training.
I have one question I just thought of. I understood that you're going to be having cruises possibly in the fall. Is that still, I mean, is that a rumor or is that true?
It's a rumor. We are working with a river cruise line to add river cruising, but right now it's just a rumor.
Okay.
Nothing's signed yet. I got my fingers crossed though.
If you put on cruises, then we can book everything.
It'll never be all cruises, but we were actually looking for Cuba for cruises because our Cuba product was not selling because the price point, people see the price point and they don't realize what they're getting versus a cruise. So we were looking at it, but we decided not to do that. But we are still looking at river cruises. So there is always that possibility, but it's completely a rumor right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. It was fabulous.
I'm so glad.
Jerome and Ino.
I appreciate you guys bringing me on. I appreciate it very, very much.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you again. And everybody have a great afternoon. And we'll have this training up in the back office shortly. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.